Paul Smith here again with the Daily God Walk. Today's Daily God Walk is titled, Be Wise in Stewardship. Now, it's taken from the 25th chapter of Matthew. In fact, yesterday's devotion was Be Wise in Preparedness. Today's devotion is Be Wise in Stewardship. And tomorrow's devotion is Be Wise in Serving. And these are three parables that Jesus gave to us from Matthew 25. So today we're talking about be wise in stewardship. Let me read to you just a couple of verses from this passage in Matthew. In fact, the story of the three servants that you may be familiar with covers verses 14 to 30 in this chapter. But we're just going to pick out a few lines from this passage. Let me read it to you. I was afraid and went out and hid your talent in the ground. And his master replied, You wicked, lazy servant. You should have put my money on deposit with the bankers. Take the talent from him. Well, the story goes like this. There was a very wealthy landowner that had servants that worked for him, and he was going on a journey to a far country. He called three of his servants together and gave them certain amounts of his resources to invest, to multiply, and to use while he was gone. Well, the first one got whatever you would call the units. Say he got 5 units. In the scripture, it's called talents. But however, he got 5 units. And he took those out and worked hard and doubled them. The second servant had 2 units, and he worked hard and doubled his. The third servant had just 1 unit. And what was interesting about this is that when he got his 1 unit, instead of taking it and doing something with it, he was afraid. You see, the failure of the third servant was caused by one thing, and that was fear. Fear of loss will prevent us from investing in the future. This servant was not unwise in other areas, and he did not squander the resources he was given. He was just paralyzed by fear. His own words could be written on his tombstone. I was afraid. At the end of our lives, when our master calls us to account for the resources he has invested in us, we don't want our answer to be, I was afraid. A wise servant overcomes fear and takes measured risks that produce increase. Fear drove the third servant to make unwise choices. God will release us from fear as we step into the arena of service. But we have to make the first step. We should practice thinking positively about God, using our efforts to benefit his kingdom. Release your potential by using the resources God has given you. Now, in every devotion that we have now, there's a second page to it that we actually used to call it the study guide edition, but now it's the only edition. And so, but the second page has a paragraph on the message, an affirmation concerning that, and a reflection section. Now, you can get the whole devotion. You can get the entire month of devotions by going to dailygodwalk.org. If you're not already there, you may be viewing this on YouTube or Facebook, but if you're at dailygodwalk.org, go to the navigation bar where it says daily devotional. Click on that. You'll go to the daily blog that we put out. So if you're just looking for it, dailygodwalk.org, all lowercase, and then after the .org/daily devotional, and you'll be able to get it there. We would love to see that you get a full month of devotions, absolutely free, no obligation on your part. We just want to give it to you as a ministry. Well, it's time for me to go. I'll be visiting with you later. God bless. You just rejoice in the Lord in this wonderful day He has given us.